Hey music lovers, well welcome to the channel. Thanks for dropping by. I wanted to do a quick video about Greta Van Fleet. I've already done a couple on these guys. Last time I did a video, they had just dropped this song called When the Curtain Falls, and it's gonna be the first single off their upcoming first full-length album, which at that time had no release date or title or anything, but recently they announced that it was going to be coming out on October the 17th, a new album. Their first album is called Anthem of the Peaceful Army. And there's been lots of anticipation, a lot of buzz for this album. I mean, I'm hearing, hysteria from teens all the way up to guys in their 60s who are kind of, hooked back into their, classic rock youth, classic rock from the 60s and 70s. Greta Van Fleet, in case you don't know, they're a four-piece band out of Michigan. And, three of them are brothers. Two of them are identical twins. I'm talking about the lead singer, Josh, and the lead guitarist, Jake. And, when we got the first batch of songs from these guys, because they put out a couple of EPs so far, these songs immediately reminded you of Robert Plant. I mean, the singer Josh, when people heard him, they were like, oh my God, is that Robert Plant? It sounds like Led Zeppelin 1, I even said in one of these videos that I did that I'm really interested to hear where these guys go. They've got to get their own sound. It's really important that they find their own way and not have the comparisons all the time to Zeppelin or even any other bands. And so they just released a couple of other songs that are going to be on this debut album. One's called Watching Over, and the other is called Lover Leaver. And, unlike the first batch of songs that I heard, on these songs, these two new songs, what struck me the most was the songwriting. I could immediately tell that they were very strong songs. Let's say with Watching Over, it's kind of a mid-tempo rocker. I noticed immediately the guitar tone was really, really nice. Beautiful guitar solo. I like how they step back into the song after the solo. There's moments where they use some nice emphasis and dynamics to keep the song interesting. A song like Lover Leaver, which is a song that they do like 12-minute version of it when they do it live. They have this real extended jam and improv and everything. The album version is only going to be about 3.5 minutes, but it's a nice rocker, nice drum fill in it, and I love how they work in this like double bass drum kick kind of thing towards the end that really gives it emphasis. When I was listening to these songs, I could hear the craft. I could hear the attention to detail and tone and texture and variation. And I listened to these songs over and over, unlike the other songs that I had heard. And so I've got to give them credit for that. I mean, if the rest of the album is like this in terms of the attention paid to detail, then this is going to be quite some album. And so, of course, I'll come back and I'll do a review on this album, but I am curious to hear what you guys think about these two new tunes, Watching Over and Lover Leaver. I'm going to put a link to them down below. Now, as for the singer, Josh, I'm still trying to figure him out. And I am also interested to hear what you guys think about him. I mean, there's no question about it. The kid can sing. He has this voice that soars, and it seems effortless too. But the reason why I bring this up is because I heard him do this cover of Adele's Rolling in the Deep, and I'll link to that too. I thought that his cover of Rolling in the Deep was really, really good, arguably better than Adele's. That's how good his vocal was. But what struck me was that the way that he sang that song was much different than the way that he sings a Greta Van Fleet song. And I almost wish that he would apply some of the ways that he approached that to Greta Van Fleet, because in some of the Greta songs, I kind of feel like he over-sings or he's putting on a voice. There's just something about the way that he sings that is just not sitting right with me. I heard him do an acoustic version of Black Smoke Rising, and I didn't think his vocal was all that great. I thought he was just kind of over-singing. I think he could have taken a more laid-back approach like he did on the Adele cover. So I'm interested to get your take on Josh's vocal. Let me know. Put your comments down below. But really, I think that this debut album is going to do very, very well for them. I think it's going to sell a lot of units. I think we're going to see a strong debut on Billboard. A lot of people are going to be talking about these guys as a result, and I kind of get the feeling this is going to be a strong album for them. So Put it down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Be sure to hit subscribe too, and I'll be back soon with another video.